Hello, I'm Ken Farr, and this is NewsNet Baton Rouge. Grab yourself a tea or coffee as I go over with you the headlines and news from our local area and region. Master planning for the Baton Rouge Zoo has begun with listening sessions conducted around the parish. Designers who have the responsibility for re-imaging the Baton Rouge Zoo and Greenwood Park held a pair of listening sessions recently to gather public input before they begin the actual planning project. At these meetings, Baton Rouge area residents offered their own ideas for the Greenwood Park and the Baton Rouge Zoo to architects from two different consulting firms. Those in attendance participated in a number of interactive activities to help formulate and communicate a future vision for the park. Now, according to the new superintendent of BREC, Mr. Corey Wilson, the intention is to bring Greenwood Park and the Baton Rouge Zoo together while bringing the community of East Baton Rouge Parish together. Zoo designers, who are the same folks responsible for Mike the Tiger's habitat and the Audubon Zoo of New Orleans, say that they want to create one single inviting entrance to Greenwood Park and the zoo. And then from there, they say they want to lay out and take the visitors and tourists on a path that tells a story without sacrificing the already existing beauty of the area. They intend to hold another round of public meetings sometimes in the month of May to analyze their survey responses. One of the largest member churches belonging to Together Baton Rouge has polled this support. The First United Methodist Church, located on North Boulevard in downtown Baton Rouge, has disaffiliated itself from the organization. It has been reported from sources that some of the church members have been frustrated and asked the church to split from the group, but it has not been definitively declared that the split has to do with recent controversial political maneuvers made by Together Baton Rouge. According to its official statement, though, quote, the mission of the United Methodist Church is to make disciples of Christ for the transformation of the world. And as part of our effort to focus fully on that mission, the Church Council of the First United Methodist Church of Baton Rouge voted on January 28, 2019, to discontinue the church's membership in Together Baton Rouge, close quote. However, it is public knowledge that there was a recent fight over the industrial tax exemption program, and that fight involved Together Baton Rouge and the controversy that followed. Nearly 40 other churches in the Baton Rouge capital area are member churches that belong to Together Baton Rouge, according to its website. According to a press release by Mayor President Sharon Weston Broome, 15 East Baton Rouge Parish agencies have received portions of $7.3 million in federal grants. This financing from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development must be used to help low to moderate income households secure shelter, employment, skills, and other basic needs. Organizations that provide housing and services for people with HIV and AIDS will split $2.5 million. $1.4 million will go toward affordable housing and increased home ownership among low and very low income households. $246,000 will pay for homelessness prevention and support local shelters, and the remaining $3.1 million will be shared among a number of community development agencies that meet a variety of needs, according to the mayor's office. They are the Interfaith Federation of Greater Baton Rouge, Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center, Mid-City Redevelopment Alliance, SBP Rebuild Baton Rouge, St. Vincent de Paul Society, the Walls Project, and the Urban Restoration Enhancement Corporation, all of whom will split the remaining $3.1 million. Finally, a Baton Rouge man who is accused and has been convicted of being responsible for the death of his wife has been sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. Calvin Hawkins, a 42-year-old, received the maximum prison sentence from State District Judge Bo Higginbottom for conspiracy to commit negligent homicide when his wife died in 2016 as a result of her being thrown to the ground while clinging to a truck that he was driving. Mr. Hawkins and his wife, Shadell Hawkins, were arguing outside of their Rosenwald Road home on July 30th, 2016, when she climbed into the driver's seat of his pickup truck. He pulled her out of his truck and began to drive away. However, she grabbed into the driver's side door, and as he tried to pry her hands loose, he abruptly stopped the vehicle after driving about 300 feet, at which time his wife was thrown to the ground. She eventually died on August the 18th of 2016 from a traumatic brain injury caused by a blunt impact to her head. These have been your headlines. I'm yours truly, Ken Farr, and I'll see you next time right here on NewsNet, Baton Rouge.